What's up, everyone? So I just wanted to update you guys. I changed the name of the channel. It's now back to what it originally was, which is Aquarium Talk TV. So if anybody out there is looking for some helpful videos, tell them to give me a shout. You know, look me up, Aquarium Talk TV. So today, I've had some technical difficulties. I'm not gonna lie. This is about the fourth time I've tried to do this video, but we're gonna knock it out this time. So today we're gonna talk about nutrients, and from the rest of the video, you're not really gonna hear me say nutrients in relation to phosphate and nitrate, okay? It's two different things. So when I say nutrients, I'm talking about carbohydrates, amino acids, proteins, fats, good stuff, okay? When I talk nitrates and phosphates, I'm talking about those specifically. So today's video is gonna be about any reefer out there who's got some issues in his tank with nitrates and phosphates. How do we know we have these issues? Well, we don't have polyp extension of our corals. Our corals are turning brown, losing color. They stopped growing. We have algae. You know, maybe our fish are rapidly breathing. They're not as responsive as they used to be. Coral growth has just stopped completely. All sorts of stuff could be going on to show us that we have these issues. Let's talk about the more obvious ones first, which is just a lot of, you know, maybe browning of corals if it's super advanced, but the more obvious one is going to be algae, okay? So let's talk about that first. We see algae, we know we have a problem. How do we analyze the problem? First thing you guys want to do is do a test, okay? Test your water for nitrates and phosphates. They're going to come back probably accelerated. That's why you have it. Don't panic. How do we correct the issue? Let's do a water change, 30 to 40%. Before you do that, I want you guys to ask yourself this question. What kind of water are you using? Is it RODI water, which is what you should be using, or is it well city water, which is what you should not be using? Now, I know not everybody has an RODI machine. I'm one of those people. But I also have access to, like, say, Culligan, Walmart, Myers, who do have RODI systems in their stores, and I can just go and I can fill up, you know, some jugs of water, take it home. Now, I know that I'm going to be setting up a 60-gallon cube, so it's a lot easier for me to do that and have water on hand in these jugs than it is for people who have a 100-gallon tank or more. People like that, you're really just going to want to take the leap, guys. Spend a couple $100 if you can manage. Get yourself an RODI system. It's going to save you a lot of time, effort, and money in the long run. Okay, so RODI water is step one. If you're not using that, guys, forget everything else I'm going to tell you because it's just not going to work. I'm sorry, it's not. Your regular waters, your untreated waters, your well waters, 9 times out of 10, they have nitrate and phosphate. I don't care if it's a little bit or if it's a lot of it. It's still nitrate and phosphate. It's still leaching into the system. And then on top of everything else that you're also doing in that system, it's just adding right to the problem, okay? So RODI water is number one. Number two, I want you guys to assess what you've used to build your tank, okay? Where'd your rock come from? Is it live rock or was it dry rock? If it's live rock, then maybe, you know, that's the issue a little bit, okay? Did you get your live rock from a buddy? Was he or she breaking down their tank? Or did you get your live rock from a local fish store or online? Either way, let's be honest, there's nasty stuff that could possibly be in the live rock. Excess nutrients, nitrates, phosphates. Best thing I recommend for people starting a tank is to use dry rock. That way, everything that gets absorbed into that rock is what you are putting into the tank yourself. You're not getting pests and enemies or any other type of little creepy crawlies that are gonna come out of those rocks, and you're not leaching stuff into your system, okay? Next thing is feeding. How much are you feeding and what are you feeding? Are you feeding frozen food or are you feeding pellets? If you're feeding frozen food, are you overfeeding? It's very common. Maybe you've got 3 or 4 fish in the tank. You're throwing in a whole cube of mysis. That's way too much, obviously, so let's cut back on that. Try a half a cube, a quarter cube, whatever it is that you got to do. Only feed your fish enough that they can eat in several minutes while you're watching them. Come back. Is there excess food left? If there is, take it out. If you don't take it out, you're allowing the breakdown, you're allowing that nitrate cycle to continue, and you're leaching more nitrates and phosphates into your water. So get that crap out of there. If you're using pellets, you really need to observe your fish and whatever else is eating those pellets. Make sure they're eating it. Pellets are super nutrient dense, okay? So they're gonna break down in the water, and they break down a heck of a lot faster than your regular frozen foods do. So what happens with that is a couple of things, okay? Number one, because they're so nutrient dense, when they do break down, it's polluting the water twice as fast as just frozen food would. Other thing that's going on, guys, is that, sorry, okay, anyways, traffic. The other thing that's going on, guys, is if you're overfeeding that, obviously you're polluting it because it's super nutrient dense, okay? So what are you feeding and how much are you feeding? Cut back. If you can eliminate pellets or flake food altogether, that's the best approach. Get yourself some good, natural, fatty, frozen foods, okay? Next thing that we got to assess is how much algae is there? Is it something we can manually remove? If your water and your feeding is on point, let's manually remove that algae. Take whatever it's on out of the tank if possible. If you don't have a bunch of corals or anything all over the place, you can take the rock work out. Now, hypothetically, this is going for somebody who doesn't have a super established reef. There's not a bunch of corals growing everywhere. You can still get everything out of the tank. Get it out, scrub it down in some clean salt water, put it back. Do a water change, okay? Water change is key. When you have a good high quality salt and you have good clean water, that's gonna solve a lot of the issues that you guys see in your tanks. It really and truly is. The next thing that you guys gotta look at is lighting. Cut out the red and yellow spectrum, okay? If you have LEDs and you can, adjust the spectrum, cut out the reds and the yellows, see if that helps. Cut back on feeding, do your water changes. Do 30 to 40% water changes, say 3 times a week. You're not gonna hurt your system by doing too many water changes. It's best to do too many than not enough, okay? The only thing that's really gonna impact is maybe your budget for, salt, but salt's fairly cheap, even the real high quality stuff. If you don't have a real massive tank, you're talking maybe 50, 60 bucks, a bucket. And for a lot of people, that bucket can last quite a while. So don't let cents on the dollar affect good, clean water, okay? That's really all I got for you guys today. So lighting, feeding, good water quality. There is a system that I'm going to be trying on my 60-gallon tank because I don't want to have any issues that I'm discussing with you guys right now. I've been around the block enough with this stuff to see what happens when stuff gets out of hand or you're not testing for it, because I've made those mistakes. So the system I'm looking into to put on my 60-gallon is called Zeovit. If you guys don't know what it is, look it up on YouTube. Bulk Reef Supply does a great video on it. And head over to their website, guys, and they actually have starter kits for Zeovit. Comes with the reactor and everything that you're going to need to start it, the additives and the Zeovit media. It's pretty reasonably priced for everything they're giving you. It's like 340 bucks. I know it's quite a bit of money for a lot of people. I mean, it's a lot of money just in general. It really is. It's almost $400. But if you can swing it, I suggest it. Check out the pictures on some of these reef forums and on Google that the success people are having with this Zeovit system. So once I get the tank filled up and everything's put together and I do get that Zeovit on there, guys, I'm going to be growing some SPS corals. Also, I want you guys to keep in touch with me. I'm going to be trying to pump out at least 1 video a day. I'm on the road a lot now working, so it's going to be a lot of live stream. Hopefully this live stream goes well. This is the 4th time I've tried to do it. Sometimes I get in little towns and cities that just have crap service. So if anybody out there was trying to watch it and they've become frustrated, I personally apologize. I'm really frustrated at the fact that it's taking me this long to pump out like a 10-minute video, okay? So it's going to be a lot of videos of me rambling on about stuff, but I promise every day I'm going to try to bring you guys a new topic, okay? Also, keep in contact with me because I'm going to be giving away some coral soon. Once I get my 60-gallon up and running, I'm going to be growing and fragging out some zoas. Primarily is what I'm going to start with, and then I'm going to start digging into the SPS, LPS aspect of things. So I am going to be giving away some corals. So if you would like the opportunity to win some free corals, if you guys actually look on the picture that I just linked as my actual profile picture for the Aquarium Talk, that's a frag of Rasta zoas that I have. I'm actually going to buy a filter for my camera because it's hard to see all the color on the coral that I have because of that super blue light. The camera doesn't pick up that spectrum very well. It looks like oversaturated. So yeah, if you guys want some free coral, what I want you to do is I want you to like, I want you to subscribe if you haven't, and I want you to comment. The only thing you really have to comment on, I just want you to comment just free coral or I'd like to win or whatever. Whatever you guys want to put, interested in coral. I don't care what you write. Let me know. It's blatantly obvious that you want to win some coral, okay? And once everything's up and running, I have a couple people that I get frags from. I really don't deal with local fish stores. They're super overpriced. And to be quite honest, they charge a heck of a lot of money for some basic coral, okay? Let's just put it that way. So I have a couple suppliers, personal suppliers, that I'm actually gonna go through, like hobbyists that have got some really sweet stuff. So leave me a comment, like this video, and you guys will be entered in this drawing. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet. It'll be my first giveaway, but I'm going to get you guys some coral, okay? So stay in touch. God bless. Keep coming back. And tomorrow I'll be back with a different topic. I don't know what the topic's going to be yet, but if there's something you guys want me to ramble on about, something you guys want me to do some research on, or any personal experience that I've had with it that I can kind of tell you guys how to correct because I've been there, done it, let me know. I want to know what you're struggling with so I can actually do the research for you, help you out, and share with you some experience that I've had over the years of reefing. All right, guys, take care, and hopefully this goes through. We'll see.